We're going places with Rick Rollins. Don't you want to come along? Let's go.
This is Going Places. Interesting people doing interesting things in interesting places. And we want you to come along. Hello and welcome to this edition of Going Places. I hope your morning's amazing. Here's what's coming up on today's show. J.B. Ball, comedian extraordinaire and my godson, is on the show today. Don't know what to do with those leftovers? Chef Brian shows us. Then Julie is going to get us fit in 5 because we're going to need it. We're also talking with Karima as she makes a Native American craft in honor of the holiday. And we'll talk with Edward Miles about an upcoming World AIDS Day project. All of this and more on this edition of Going Places. By the way, I hope your morning's amazing, starting right now. It's hard to believe that it has been 2 years since I talked to J.B. Ball, and a lot has happened since then. Let me tell you, it's hard to believe that it was show 2, and we are now at show number 100, and who knows anymore. I've lost count, but welcome back, nephew. So glad you're here.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So the comedy special is a hit. Several of the young people, I feel old when I said that, but some of the young people here at the studio have said that they've watched and they really like what you're doing. In fact, one of them recognized you because you're in my open, and they're like, that's J.B. Ball. I said, that's my nephew. She's like, you're kidding. No, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. And so just know that people are watching and they really are enjoying. I appreciate
Thank you.
I appreciate when I hear that people think you're funny, because we all know that you are.
You know, so do I. So do I.
Yeah, it would be a sad day. So
For sure.
Tell me, when you finished the special, did you feel like, whew, or did the real work begin?
It's a combination of the two. When you're performing, you're constantly critiquing, so it's hard to only feel joy. Like, if you watch the special, you know, like, I'm taking moments to kind of like take it all in and just really enjoy myself and live in that moment, right? But also, you got to understand from the performer side, these jokes I've done for a number of months or years, or there's variants to all of them, and I've seen them go such a variety of ways that you're also hyper aware of ones that may not be playing as strong as you are accustomed to seeing them perform, and then other ones are performing stronger than you're accustomed to seeing them perform. And you're sort of consumed with the idea of like, this is how they're going to be represented for better or for worse. And no one's going to know that, like, hey, this joke that just got like a good laugh used to get like an explosive laugh, and it will never get to be advertised as a joke that gets an explosive laugh, even if that's your relationship with that joke, right? So you talk to any comedian who's filmed their special, that's always going to be the case. I don't know anyone who is just outright pleased and everything went right. You're always going to go like, yeah, this normally happens, but this happened this time. And you got to just like live with that, right? Like, I'm not disappointed in anything in the special, but there is this side of me that goes like, I just know things that y'all don't know when you're watching, you know? So it's, I almost wish there was director's commentary for specials so I could tell you stories about different things that have happened when I've told these jokes in different areas. Maybe there's something like that where I can kind of let you guys in on the other side.
Well, maybe you
again,
need to do,
the special
maybe that's
plays
a
out great,
whole nother project. Maybe that's
I think so. I think that could be cool.
You know, when you were talking about the jokes, which one did well, which one, what makes a good joke in your eyes?
For me, I have a rule, and it more pertains to an overall show, but then you break that up into the little jokes, right? And I just feel like a worthwhile show is one that you're leaving smarter than when you came in. I think there are more than enough people who can make people laugh, and that is important, and you have to prioritize it, and I'm all on board for the laugh first, right? But the thing that elevates the laugh is if you leave feeling smarter than when you came in. So for me, the joke has to deliver, but then you have to somehow be empowered as an individual who just heard that. Because you're going to go out and live and go like, I know how to apply what I just learned in this joke. And this joke might have been something that was like super funny, but there was something useful in there.
Right.
And those are the jokes that I like the most.
Okay, and you talked about that, and it's good to see that you have not changed your mind about that, and you're not going for the easy joke.
Through and through.
You know, you go for the joke that's going to make people think, and I think that that's really interesting. And that's one of the things that I really admire the most. And when I talk to people, I said, he's the comedian that's going to make you think. Go watch the special. you know,
For sure.
because
And
the
so
special
one of
is
the things-
phenomenal.
Thank you. One of the byproducts that's happening that I've also been on guard of is because it's the first special and it's a lot of people's first introduction to who I am and what I do. We're talking about so many serious things that I don't want people to get it in their heads that I'm the heavy comedian, where it's just you come to me when you want to talk about all the heavy stuff. So what I've been making it a point to do on this new hour is also show how fun I can be in these sillier spaces. Still relevant, still doing social commentary, still doing stuff that like makes you smarter, but just want to make it clear that my sense of humor is a wider spectrum than what you may have seen in the special. What I really want to create is a vibe where people go, I just want to go see this guy. He might talk about anything. There's no way I can know in advance what his subjects are going to be. He can make this funny or he can make that funny. And there's such different types of topics to get into, such different spaces to discuss. That to me is the overall goal. I want you to truly be like, we can get potentially anything from the show. All I know is that this show is going to be really funny and I'm going to be smarter when I leave, but I have no idea what's going to happen.
For more information about where JB will be here in Tampa, it's coming up on the screen now. And nephew, don't let it be so long,
Yes.
okay?
Of course, yes. Love you, man.
Okay, I love you too. More Going Places right after this.
Hey, Chef Brian, so glad to be back here with you on Going Places. And today I'm going to take you to some places about Thanksgiving leftovers. I've got a recipe for you today that I've been doing for years and years and years, and you're going to love it. It is a roasted turkey and cranberry grilled cheese. Don't you just love it? Here we got our turkey breast that I took off. So what you basically do is just you want to slice down, oh, look at the deliciousness in that, and get, you know, nice 3 or 4 nice slices. Now let me show you what we got going on here. All right, so we've got our turkey, and then over here, we've got our bread, and I've got some nice, you can use Texas toast, this is some nice thick white bread, you can use wheat bread, you could use what kind of bread you want. You could do croissants, you could do French bread, baguette, whatever you want. I also have some Monterey Jack cheese, about 3 slices. I've done this with Gruyere cheese, really, really nice. I've got some leftover cranberry sauce, and of course some leftover turkey gravy here. So here's how this all works out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this cranberry sauce, place it into our bowl here, like so. And then we're gonna take some of that leftover turkey gravy, place it in here. You see where this is going, I know you do. All right, and we're gonna get that all mixed in together. Turkey, leftover, and we put it right in this sauce. We get it nice and mixed up here. Look at that. And you just get it dressed in there nice. Now I've done this with fried turkey. I've done this with smoked turkey. That's really one of my favorites. And today we're using the regular roasted turkey, but they all work great. All right, let that sit in there for a minute. We're gonna get our burner started, and we're gonna start putting this all together. And like I said, 5-7 minutes, you are in leftover heaven. And we're gonna hit it with some extra virgin olive oil, as we always do. You just wanna coat the bottom there. We're also gonna add about 3 tablespoons of unsalted whole butter, and get that nice and melted down. Get some of this cranberry, turkey, piece of cheese, layer here. Some cranberry and turkey. Piece of cheese. Layer there. In the pan it goes. What the other side looks like again. There we go. Look at that. All right. Now I'm going to turn the burner completely off. I'm going to put a top on this so we can let the cheese kind of do its thing. We're going to take some of this leftover gravy again. And some of this cranberry. So good. And let's just mix it all up here. Like so. And then, got a little sauce. Put this like this. Let's check our beautiful sandwich. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Take our dipping sauce, put it on the plate like so. Cut down. Just look at that. I want you to see the deliciousness. We have some come out here, but look at this. Oh, so good. Roasted turkey and cranberry grilled cheese. Oh, my goodness. We have the dipping sauce right here. So delicious. Cannot wait for you to jump in. I'm saving this one for you, Rick Rollins. I'll see you soon. Back to you.
More Going Places right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. I don't know about you, but I ate and I ate and I ate and then I ate some more. But Coach Julie's here to do us a solid as we get what? Fit in 5. Take a look.
Hi guys, it's me, Coach Julie, and I am here with another edition of Fit in 5. I hope you're feeling good after your big Thanksgiving meal because it's still leftovers time in my house. So hopefully you enjoyed your celebration with family and friends. But today we're going to talk about getting those calories burned. So today we're going to look at 3 different combination exercises that work the full body in little to no time. You can choose one of these to do as your very own. You can do all 3 in combination. And if you choose one, you can do that one exercise, say for a set of 20. All right, and you'll get a good full body workout in that small amount of time. Now, it won't be enough, obviously, for your recommended minutes, but it will be enough to get your heart rate up and get you moving and that kind of thing. So before we get started, as always, if you haven't worked out in some time, be sure to check with your physician just to be sure that you're healthy enough to get engaged in the activity that you're interested in performing. I'm not going to have you. If you want to join me for this, you don't have to have weights. You can stand right up right now. But if you don't, you just want to kind of watch and choose one of these exercises to do on your own, feel free to do that. So we're going to start with the first one. And I'm going to do these from what I feel like is the easiest to the most challenging. All right. So let's start with this. This is our position. Arms in this position, feet shoulder width apart. And all we're doing is lifting leg up and down, up, down. You see we're working the shoulders, upper back, abs, legs. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I already feel that in my shoulders. All right, next exercise. Now, feet shoulder width apart on this one. Let's roll our shoulders back to get in the proper position. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a squat down. Both weights go down, then all the way up. Squat down, both weights go down, all the way up. So you're pressing through the shoulders, working the chest, abs, legs, all of that in one move. Up. We can speed it up a little bit. 8 more. Up. 7. Up. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Woo! I feel that. I know you will when you do it. All right, this one, our feet are a little further than shoulder width. Let's reposition ourselves, roll those shoulders back, engage the abs. Weights are here. And what we're doing this time is we're gonna go side to side. I'm gonna show you the move. All right, take it over, over, over. Be sure that arm goes up. When you bring it back, up, up. We're working the inner thigh, back, shoulders, and core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, just in summary. First exercise was this. Ready, go. Up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Second exercise. Shoulder width apart. Reposition. Squat down. Let's go. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. 1. Up. Last one. Here we go. Ready? Feet a little wider apart. Take it down side to side. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There you have it. 3 exercises, full body, each of them. You can do it. And next time we get together, I'll be talking about Christmas and shopping for the holidays, how to buy fitness for your holidays. All right. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining.
When we come back, there'll be more Going Places. I don't want you to go anywhere. Stay right here. We'll be back right after this.
Sunburst Inn, your perfect beachfront getaway. Escape to the only private beachfront hotel in Indian Shores, featuring 12 uniquely decorated guest rooms. Our newly renovated tropical paradise is a chic-y, beachy, boutique-y destination, perfect for the entire family, with plenty to do, including water activities, bikes, grilling, and more. Bring your furry friends too. Make memories at Sunburst Inn. Book your unforgettable beachfront getaway today.
In honor of American Indian Heritage Month, Karima has a craft. Take a look.
Thanks, Rick. Today we are going to make this corn craft in honor of Native American Heritage Month.
Here's a list of the supplies you'll need for this craft. If you have a cutting machine, check your design space to look for a corn image, then cut. If not, visit my website at craftingthefunlife.com for a corn template. Now that you have your corn template, it's time to start painting. I use different shades of orange, yellow, brown, and red. Use a cotton swab to stamp the paint to create corn kernels. Make sure you cover the entire corn with paint, then set it aside to dry. Grab your brown paper bag, then crumple it. Tear long strips from the brown paper bag to make the corn husk. You need at least 3 for each corn. Finally, use either a glue stick or regular glue to attach the husk to the corn. Here are a few books you can read with your family to celebrate National Native American Heritage Month. Make sure you visit your local library to check some of these books out. It's more important than ever to read books written by and about Indigenous people.
I hope you had a great time crafting with me today. If you're looking for more craft ideas, Make sure you visit my website at craftingafunlife.com. Back to you, Rick.
Thanks a lot, Karima. When we come back, more Going Places right after this.
None of us has ever gotten anywhere without help.
Introducing the Nonprofit Collective.
There'll be nearly 5 million pounds of food distributed in Tampa Bay.
The Nonprofit Collective is a place for our community to come together.
We serve veterans and their families.
Help at your fingertips, where community heroes reach out to make a difference.
Who comes into this market? Our friends and neighbors.
And where those who need help find help. The Nonprofit Collective, only on RHS TV.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. World AIDS Day is fast approaching. And I heard someone say the other day when I was telling them about a project that we're working on, and they said, do they still do that? I said, as long as people are still being infected by AIDS and HIV, we're going to still do that. And so here to talk with us about a special project they're working on is Edward Miles from Metro Inclusive Health. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's tell the people what you do at Metro first.
So I work for Metro Inclusive Health, and here I work as the Early Intervention Services Program Coordinator. So what that entails is me going out into the community and identifying individuals who are struggling with their care or maybe newly diagnosed. And so what we do is we address all of their issues and concerns, and in terms of helping them to maintain their care.
So it is still mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, grandmamas, grandpapas, cousin Peaches, and all of them that are still susceptible to this disease, correct?
Correct.
But what I was thinking about when you talked about early intervention, and what happens is that with early intervention, it won't be necessary if there's early prevention, if people are still using condoms and not thinking, oh, well, people don't die from that anymore. That is a misnomer. People are still dying from AIDS and HIV, not by the same numbers, but they're still dying, correct?
Correct. That's the thing is people are still largely uninformed about what's going on in terms of HIV. There have been great success in terms of treatment and stuff of that sort. However, individuals are treating it as if something that it was, the early 90s or the 80s, and it's no longer an issue.
And let me give the disclaimer. We are not church bashing, but there are a lot of people in the church that are HIV infected. We know a mutual friend of ours who would not go to get any kind of treatment because he was afraid to be seen at the care center that he would have gone to, and he ended up dying. And I just think that and it's also the same stigma, not only in the church, not only in the black church, but in the black and brown community. So that's why World AIDS Day, not only to commemorate, I can't say that, let me try that again, to commemorate people, the people that have passed, but also as a reminder that this disease still exists, correct?
Correct. And you hit some dead on the head. Stigma is the one thing that we seem to be fighting against, especially in black and brown communities. Individuals are too scared to get tested. They're too scared to talk about it. And even when it's spoken about in the homes and stuff of that sort, it's with so much misinformation. And, that is, unfortunately, it's not doing us any justice. Right now, we make up at least about 13% of the population, especially here in Florida. And we make up almost half of the new infections. And so that speaks volumes to what is going on in black and brown communities.
So that's why what the event you're doing is important. So in the last 2 minutes that we have, let's talk about that.
Right. So Metro Inclusive Health, along with a couple other organizations, so you have Community Health, EPIC, so forth and so on, the Hillsborough County Health Department came together and created the Hillsborough County Planning Committee. And so what we've done is planned a World AIDS Day event, which is going to be the Code Red Affair. And so what we're hoping to do is bring awareness out there, have individuals to be informed on what's going on, what's new, and also to remember those that we've lost and celebrate their life. You know, it's unfortunate that we have so many individuals who, like we were talking about, due to stigma, who we've lost, and because they're too scared to tell people.
Yes.
Right. And we have to change that. We have to have those conversations. We have to make people feel more comfortable with their status and knowing that it's not the end. Everything they were before. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, go ahead.
No, but everything they were before they found out, they are all those things and more. And so we have to keep, letting people know that, hey, it's not over. It's only over if you say it's over, but it's not over.
That's it. And it's not a death sentence. It really is not, unless you fail to get treatment and to become empowered through knowledge. That's important. So let's give them the information. When does that event happen?
All right, so the event will be on World AIDS Day, which is December 1st. It will be at 7th and Grove, so shout out to them. And doors open at 5:30. Of course, we're encouraging everyone to wear red, and we graciously have asked Rick Rollins if he would be our hostess. Well, the host at the most.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. So we look forward to seeing you. The QR code is coming up now for more information about this event. There it is. And Edward, I thank you for being with us today. Full disclosure, this is my godson, so that's why it's so easy to talk to him. More Going Places right after this.
RHS-TV, delivering stories of change, hope, and positivity. RHS-TV, connecting Tampa Bay.
Youth News Network, for Gen Z, by Gen Z. From the RHS TV studios, we're bringing you the freshest content that matters to you. Find us on social media at WatchYNN or watch full episodes on RHS TV.
Have you been interesting places or met some interesting people? I'd love to hear about it. We're doing a new segment called Wish You Were Here. All I need you to do is send me 5 images to the address on the bottom of the screen, and in the soon coming day, we could be talking to you right here in the studio. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. Hopefully you enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday. Can I tell you what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for you, our viewers, and of course this amazing staff of people who make me look good. I hope you'll be back next week to see what we do with more interesting people, interesting places, and interesting things on the next Going Places. Until then, be blessed on your journey. Take care.